I wanna ride with you. Always something special to remember. Every time we take a journey together.
I'm Veronica, Imaginovator and host, and welcome to the Shaboo Prince Artist Studio, where we'll play hard and embark on your new odyssey.
It's an inward journey of discovery using your enlivened sense of wonder. Each episode will offer you surprising experiences for deeper imagination and creativity to occur. This is your safe playground where you will discover and liberate your creative originality. Come on in and let's ride.
I wanna ride with you.
Hiya, I'm Veronica, your Imaginovator and artist and host, and welcome back to your new odyssey and the Shaboo Artist Studio. This is your time. This easy, fun, playful half hour is all for you. I'm here to help facilitate you reconnecting with your original creative self, and we do so by tapping in, going into the heart, which requires play and love and joy, just so that your creative genius can flow. How exciting is that? Well, when I talk to adults about their imagination and creativity, so many of their default response is, I don't have time. Oh, and that's absolutely true. We're all so busy as adults. But did you know that there are lots of things we do every day that are opportunities for you to access your imagination and creativity? We're going to play with a new word, creactivities.
Hiya, I'm your assistant, Imaginovator Veronica, and I will help you get the most out of your new Odyssey, a program unlike anything you've ever seen before. Each episode is a grab bag of various creativity experiences and activities that will get you thinking in new ways and increase your curiosity for your imagination and creative self-expression. All you have to do is sit back, have an open mind, and watch. And I guarantee you will get something good for yourself out of the next half hour.
Yeah, a lot of adults say they don't have time for more imagination and creativity, or the time they feel it takes to become more imaginative and creative. Well, here's the good thing, is that you were born imaginative and creative. So there's not a lot for you to have to do to access it. It's just the willingness and give yourself permission to access it. Did you know that we do lots of things every day that can help us access it? Now, at this point, you should know, in order to access your heart intelligence, your original creative self, your heart, requires quieting the mind so that we can open the heart. So half the battle is quieting the mind. And did you know that adults typically do things several times a day that quiet the mind? Yeah, we call those creactivities. It's a new word that sounds like creativity but has activity, and it's the activities that we do that quiet the mind and give us an opportunity to then go into the wilderness of our imagination. And creactivities, samples of creactivities are washing the dishes, washing the car, laundry. Yeah, we do those every day, where the mind is so used to the activity that it kind of snoozes while we do it. Do you ever notice when you're washing the dishes that your mind wanders? That's the natural impulse. Your imagination creativity is just under the surface. So if you do something that quiets the mind, it just starts to flow. But the key is to, in a new kind of mindfulness, be aware that this is an opportunity to wonder. So if you are feeling stuck, or you need a solution, or you just want to think of something new or have a new idea, or just be free, feel free for a while, you have an opportunity if you have a creactivity that you need to do that day. Creactivities are opportunities for us to reconnect with our original creative self, who we were born to be, who we naturally are, who is just under the surface. There's nothing extra or that you need to do, but what you do already. It just be mindful of the moments that your heart is open and that your mind is a little relaxed. And then you go for a run into the wilderness of your imagination.
Creativity uses the power of repetition to take you to a relaxed, altered state. And you likely do repetitive tasks every day that can easily be used as creativities. Use them to stay connected with your original creative self. Why not? Common mesmerizing tasks perfect for creativity are knitting, gardening, cooking, dishwashing, raking leaves, tinkering, doing laundry. You get the idea. Creativities such as these are not mentally demanding, so the mind can rest and allow your heart to wander. The perfect conditions to access your original creative self. You have opportunities every day to become more imaginative and creative, and we all know what that brings: more fulfillment, success, and joy. Let's now awaken your heart with an introspective question. Notice any resistance you may feel or messages from the mind that may keep you from your deeper knowing. Let your heart respond. Your heart never lies. A like-minded friend is in town. Let's join them for a quick chat at the Imaginovation Station. Here are some juicy snippets from chats we've had with friends waiting for their connecting trains. Hiya! I'm so happy to catch you passing through the Imaginovation Station.
Hi, curly-haired girl. Oh, it's been too long. I'm glad to be back.
Hi, curly haired girl. I'm so happy to be here. I was so excited to come and see you today.
This week, my friend and I are considering creactivities, which are routine activities adults do all the time that provide opportunities to imagine and wonder because they quiet the mind. For instance, Imaginator Veronica gets her best ideas when listening to music. Are there any regular activities you do that can be used as creactivities?
Definitely. I think you can be creative doing anything, actually. I think if I'm washing the dishes, I might put some music on and I might be just kind of like dancing while I'm washing. Or sometimes if I just look outside and connect with the tree, I can feel the tree's energy coming back at me, and that can sort of fuel me inside. I just think anything really, if you go about your day, can build that creative sort of little gem or fire or spark inside of you and bring it out.
Oh, yeah. Well, driving for me is really meditative. I'm a country road driver, but I have to say my favorite is walking in nature, especially when there's trees and, old forest paths. I love that.
Creativity means different things to different people. I'm curious, what does creativity mean to you?
Well, I think being creative means thinking outside of the box and doing things that maybe aren't the way you were supposed to do. And it maybe even be like not following the rules, as long as you're not breaking a law or you're not hurting anyone else. It might be you're just going to do it your own way. It's like being a free spirit.
Creativity for me it's play, but it's actually taking that imagination, inspiration out of the ethers, however it came to us, and bringing it in and giving it form and life and shaping it and taking it further.
It's always good to imagine and create with like-minded friends. See you soon!
Look forward to coming back.
Oh, curly hair girl, I can't wait.
Yeah, creativities, there's opportunities every day for us to actively stretch ever further into our imagination and creativity, the way that you naturally and easily are. It's just kind of like slipping out of the backyard into the woods while the mind is is watching TV or asleep, right? And the more you practice conscientiously on another level, going into your imagination and creativity during activities, the more you get used to having your heart input. So imagine your average every day where you're accessing this more often, even during activities, and how that would impact your overall life, how you saw the world. Yeah, there are lots of opportunities for you to reconnect with your original creative self. Another one is keep coming back here to your new odyssey. So I think this is a good time for a kaleidoscope journey. Yeah, let's go for a ride into your crazy imagination and feel safe doing so. So I'm going to put a QR code here. You are welcome to use your smartphone to scan the QR code. You can download it and color anytime you want, bring it back next week, or gift it away. It's a nice gift. But you don't need to color to gain the benefits of the kaleidoscope journey. You have music, you have the power of color, you have the rhythmic motion of filling in space with color, and you have my soft-spoken words, which are unscripted. I'm vulnerable with you in these journeys. I speak what I think, and I feel safe to do so, and I hope that you feel safe in these journeys with me to imagine freely any way you want. So let's shift gears from being right here and go into a place of possibility by relaxing. So let's get comfortable wherever you're sitting and just let your shoulders drop, and let's take a nice long deep breath in and a nice slow exhale out. Start to feel comfortable, the ground firmly beneath your feet feels good. I'm so honored to go on another journey with you where we're safe to be free. Let's stretch into the wilderness of your imagination. Let's ride.
Kaleidoscope journeys will transport you to an alternate positive state, but only if you let them. This is a powerful pause button for the mind so that you can use your heart to imagine in new ways. I will do all of the work. Just sit back and relax. Enjoy guided imagery, the power of color, inspirational music, and introspection. I'm so excited you're back on this kaleidoscope journey. Today we'll start coloring one of our first fairies. But first, let us contemplate this inspirational quote. Your fulfillment requires uncovering the full expression of self. It will resemble no one else. Now come along with me up here and we'll start on this glorious wing. And I am so excited about being able to fill in this fantastic character with color. I thought it would be appropriate to supercharge our enthusiasm and energy with this uplifting, joyful color. Enjoy the music. Relish the color. Take a deep breath and ask your mind to rest.
allow your heart to open and lead this experience so that your creative genius and imaginovation can flow. Your youthful creative self was able to access and turn on your creative genius on a dime. Rest assured, your creative genius is still there. You and I, spending imaginative time together in these kaleidoscope journeys, is a fun and easy way for us to reconnect with it. Let's start imaginovating by looking closely at this color. If it were a doorway to someplace else, where do you think it would lead? I think it's obvious that it would lead to a sunny place with grassy knolls and high clouds. Where does this beautiful yellow portal lead you? And does it have fresh young grass this color? Let's also imaginovate that when this fairy flaps his beautiful wings, that it gives off a scent of lemons and limes. I like to think that we all have wings, various shapes and sizes, and colors unique to our spirit. Take a moment to imaginovate your wings. What colors are they? Most importantly, who do you show them to? In what situations do they flap and move? And did you know that anyone experiencing these kaleidoscope journeys has wings too? You are in good and magical company. Let that fact sink in and inspire you, and encourage you to live a more creative and imaginative life. What's so hard to believe? As a matter of fact, everything can be believed with your heart. To the logical mind, bees flying and ostriches not makes no real sense. But there they are, and they exist, and they are real. Oftentimes, what's real is inconceivable to the mind, and that's why your possibilities and your potential open when you also use your heart. So you committing time to imaginovating and coloring and wondering about your own wings is good. Leonardo da Vinci, the Wright brothers, Amelia Earhart, astronaut Buzz Aldrin, all imagined that they could fly. Because they imagined they could do the impossible, they are revered because they helped humanity become more. Yes, you joining me here on this kaleidoscope journey helps us become more. And that's why I'll add this beautiful sky blue to our wings. And I'll fill these in with the sky blue because they remind me of airplane windows through which we can look out onto the vastness of possibility. This is the perfect place to rest before we continue on our next journey.
Blast from the Past is a spotlight on our early work. Have a laugh. The hair may be out of style, but the message is timeless. It's Veronica, your artist and imaginator here at Shaboo Prints, and welcome back to the Shaboo Prints Artist Studio for your weekly Shaboost, which is a positive thought that we're going to have and carry in our pocket for the week ahead. You know, I love that there's just so much around us that we will never know, all the miracles and everything that surrounds us. It's just that we need to sometimes be aware of it, and then it just kind of like blows your mind, right? With just the amazing things that are in our everyday lives. For instance, for whatever reason, I noticed this painting that was hung on a wall, and it was hung by strings, and I started considering, you know, the knots that are so strong to be holding that painting up. And then I started thinking, knots. There's knots that slip and knots that don't, knots that tighten when there's weight hanging from it. And then I started realizing they're like a feat of engineering. There are nautical knots and just different kinds of names for knots. There's so many different kinds of knots. Then I started to look around my space to see where were knots in my space. And it just kind of like, poof! And that's the amazing thing about just everyday, average life, that is chock o' miracles. It really is. It's just we forget about it. We get so caught up in our little tunnels of to-dos or stress or responsibilities that we forget that there is so much amazing mojo, magic happening all around us. And the glory of knots. I mean, it was just amazing. I'm just saying it's an example of the wow that is in your life, everywhere. And it's just a matter of changing the perception. And that's what we're here to help you do. And one of those things that help change the perception are our weekly Shaboosts. So I think it's time that we allow our curly-haired friend to share with us the Tao of curly-haired girls. There is only one path to happiness. It travels through accepting yourself in your entirety as is. We all know that's the truth. So if that's the truth, how come we don't spend more time working on accepting who we are? How come we spend so much of our time and resources on everything else but? I mean, really, this is the keystone, isn't it? This is where everything lies. All of our successes, all of our peace, all of our hope, all of our potential. There is only one path to happiness. It travels through accepting yourself in your entirety
as is. Feels good, doesn't it? To stretch into your imagination, to freely wonder, to feel your creative freedom. How often do you really get that? Yeah, it feels really good. Well, you can get those feelings more often while you do your creativities. I wonder what creativity you'll be doing later today and tomorrow, and how many of them, where they are opportunities, where I hope you see now are portals for you to enter into your imagination. So it's exciting what later will bring, right? If you go into your imagination, or what tomorrow will bring. I hope you feel your enthusiasm increase with the possibilities, because it's who you really are. There's nothing really to do but to let it out. And creativities are a great way to do that once the dutiful, policing, conventional mind is at rest. So imagine having more of this ability to quickly tap in and access your imagination in your everyday practical life. How that would probably change your office environment, your work, the quality of the output that you do, the home life that you have, and your outlook for the future. Yeah, all this is available to you. It's all under there. I'll keep reminding you of that. And one of the ways that you can practice accessing it yourself this week is through your creativities. So, lots of fun to be had. Come back again next week, where we'll have more fun, more exercises, more reassuring of the mind, so that you can open the heart and your heart intelligence. But until then, don't forget to live big and play hard.
Visit our website for more program resources, and we welcome feedback.